Ben, did you take notes? So we're out here in Las Vegas, and as you can tell, this isn't a Bronco, and that's not me. So we rented a couple Jeeps with Las Vegas rock crawlers, and we're going out to do some wheeling, and something a little different. Mike, how's the driving?
Like a tractor.
We're on 40-inch tires, 1 tons, ARBs front and rear. We got our lockers right there, inline 6-cylinder, and yeah, pretty excited to go out here and wheel some different terrain. And I'm sure after a day of doing this, I'll be wanting to bring the Bronco out. One of the first things that really was different was the scenery. We had mountains and everything back on the East Coast, but it was definitely cool to check everything out along the drive. Station, we aired down, took off the sway bars, and now we're going out into the trail system. We were going to meet up with these things with 4-wheel drive and start hitting some of the trails. Mike, status update, where are you at?
It's still a tractor.
Still a tractor?
Now it's a wobbly tractor.
Holy shit, is that a Nissan Titan? Check this out. How can you possibly beat these views? Just imagine the trails that you could cut through something like this. After a little bit of driving through the park, we all met up for a quick driver's meeting, and then our guides were ready to show us how it's done. The Jeeps were set up pretty well. They had a Kingpin Dana 60 up front, a corporate 14 bolt in the rear, 40-inch tires, I think we're running between 10 and 15 PSI, and ARB lockers if we needed them. They were pretty stout machines. And it was really cool to get our first glimpse at wheeling out west. I've never done it before, I always watch videos on it, and it is as cool as it looks to be.
Where we get stuck, like right kind of coming out of that.
Well, like I think when we got all flexed out, we stopped and we got stuck a little bit and had to. No, was it there or was it up here?
No, because we came out of the locker and we got right there.
Oh yeah, it might have been right there. You weren't climbing that very well. It wouldn't go up easy.
I see what he means though. Like if you had stopped like an inch shorter, you probably would have made it.
Yeah.
Like that's.
He's a lot farther over, I think, than you are, because I was like right up on that rock.
Yeah.
That is
pretty
cool.
insane.
Yeah. easy line through there. That's cool.
Right towards me.
All right. Getting Benny through the good stuff. What immediately became apparent out here is the absolute maximum traction that you could find. Throughout the entire day of wheeling, we went and had the lockers on once. And I think it might have just been a front locker and it was on our Jeep. Other than that, we were out there for, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours. No lack of traction. The other thing I realized more Jeep associated was the wheelbase and the width. I've always wheeled very wide vehicles, the Bronco specifically, and it was different to being able to take a different line. Something pretty cool, and you know, just a nice change of pace, I guess. I don't know if I'd want that forever. I know as I was out there, I was really looking for those wide, full-size lines, and you could see where people were and where all the tire marks were, but it was definitely cool to go see, you know, how the Jeep people live. That is a cool line right there. I wonder if I guess the back drag's right up it. Yeah? All right. This is a pretty cool spot we're at here. I passed what area we're actually at. Just a quick little view of everything. If it wasn't for the Jeeps, it easily could have been Mars. How's the view from the window, Tim? Especially looking down there, huh? I wasn't looking before that. The one thing I did think that was pretty cool about the Jeeps was that everything was pretty much bolt-on. This company, Las Vegas Rock Crawlers, made their own bumpers and possibly the fender flares too. But all the aftermarket equipment pretty much bolted up. I don't think there was tons and tons of aftermarket fabrication like, you know, I'm normally used to. So that's something cool if you don't really have the ability of the shop to work on stuff like that. I would definitely go the Jeep route. Ben, did you take notes? We're having a little photo op here. We have Michael. Photos being taken. And we're like sideways.
Let's turn a little bit over to your driver.
Sure. This is a cool opposite. I'll get Ben going through it. That one actually felt pretty bad inside the vehicle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usually they will look worse, driving very calm though, very light, easy, gentle.
You almost see it. Stop at the point and hold up right there. How's that feel?
Spooky. It is pretty cool how much traction there is. You go and crawl anything, where out east, the rocks move, everything's wet, everything's mossy, and what you lack in traction, you have to make up for in throttle. So, definitely different. But, you also get that out here with the dunes, and that's where we went next. That was all throttle, just making sure you didn't roll the thing, which is kind of sketchy in a narrow Jeep. But, it's definitely a cool time out here.
Following his trails. This is cool. This is cool.
This is fun.
Oh man. I feel like we're going on a safari.
I feel like, Haru, this is where you give it to me.
Just not over the jump. This is really cool. Yes, Kara.
Hell yeah, Kara.
Oh shit.
Alright, I'm not
Just keep
gonna
it pointed
go
uphill.
this fast. Yeah, go. You gotta go.
Just keep it pointed this way.
Oh god.
Oh.
What do I do? Back up.
Cut the wheel to your left.
Cut them out to my left.
Yep, and put it in reverse.
That felt a little bit sketchy, but gotta try it again.
Yes, Karu.
There you go, keep on it.
Yes, Karu.
Yeah!
Let's go.
Wheel!
Now we watch Tim roll his Jeep.
Tim's got this.
That's pretty cool. There's that drops, just watch that. It's like driving in the snow almost. These guys are just cutting it up out here.
These are just like, no, they're gonna go. They keep like.
If you keep the tires moving, you're gonna stay on top of it. So
Here, pull up next one.
So this was the Valley of Fire State Park. And after what I saw that morning, I knew I had to go back out and get my truck on some dunes. And I also needed to go get the Bronco out on some rocks. These Jeeps were a lot of fun, but there really isn't anything like driving a full-size. The luxury, all the room inside, and also just how weird it is to fit them through some of these trails. But I wouldn't trade it, and I need to get it out there. Especially with the power of the diesel, I think it'd be awesome in the sand.
You give it the little. Ooh, that was cool.
So that's about it for the video, guys. And I can say that this terrain is pretty different compared to what you see on the East Coast. I think if you have the opportunity to do it, you definitely should. And it was also cool getting to take out a Jeep and kind of seeing what they're all about. A bit different out on the highways. I think I feel a little bit more stable in a full-size rig. But these are, pretty easy to set up. You don't need all the tools and crazy fabrication if you don't want to. I think a lot more bolts on. So I do see the appeal. I also see the appeal in that they fit everywhere. I think that honestly plays a bigger role in like the East Coast because of the trees and everything out here. Every trail that we were on, I was pretty sure, other than some rocks that were like in the way, but if you had good armor, I wouldn't worry about it. But I think the bigger full-size rigs wouldn't have too much of an issue. There was just more room. They're wide, and there's no foliage. So I don't know. I think a full-size rig would do pretty well out west. So it's something I want to look into and give it a shot. I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And be sure to subscribe. We're getting near 1,000 subscribers, and that's pretty cool, I think. So have a good one, guys.